What's up, y'all? So I'm doing something different today, man. Today I'm talking about the Internet Invitational hosted by David Portnoy and Barstool and Bob's the Sports and all that good stuff, man. So I've watched every single episode very closely, and obviously the first episode with Luke Kwan and how that has all gone, and then the side bets with Dave that's been going on. Ultimately, this has been a very successful and great series after the first round, I was very skeptical whether it was going to be able to retain its draw power, and it sure as hell did. Sure as hell did. I thought after all the biggest personalities were were eliminated, I thought this was done for, and boy, did they deliver the rest of the way. But obviously, as you've seen the thumbnail, this is more so about Malosi and Paige. Did they cheat in that final episode of this Internet Invitational? And my background, I have been golfing, but I haven't done any golf content. I've shared a couple clips here and there, but I've been playing golf for probably like the last year and 8 months now, and it has been a joy, even through injuries or not. Learning the sport has been a joy, and watching YouTube golf has been a part of that process as well for me. So watching this now, it's like you start to wonder, like, would you put yourself in those situations and how you would handle it, and so on and so forth. So long story short, if you've seen the final episode, you know what I'm about to talk about. The two situations where Paige ended up improving her lie in the weeds, and I forget which hole it was, and then Malosi apparently was uh, using a slope on his a rangefinder. So it's so much. I don't know, man. I just feel like it is so much hate going towards these individuals, and sometimes I don't get it. I understand it's YouTube, and I know there's always going to be hate regardless. But part of me does feel like a little bit is this is a little bit too much as far as how people have reacted to it. With Paige, I could understand it too. Like, you're improving a lot. Even when I play with friends, like, obviously we're not playing for $1 million, and obviously we're not going to be as strict on each other as far as improving a lie or whatever the case may be. But in this kind of situation, I see why it was needed. Um, but she didn't help herself out with how she spoke to I forgot the gentleman's name in the on the first hole, where she was like, "You ever played competitive golf?" And then she goes out there and does some non-competitive, tactic, and then comes off as if she didn't know. And obviously she started thinking about how her perception would have been impacted. So on that one, I definitely look at Paige a little bit. Come on, you didn't know that, you know what I'm saying? But does it change the overall game of this? I believe so. I believe it could, honestly. If you're like in the weeds and you're trying to hit out and you improve the lie and pat down the grass so you get a better look, that definitely gives you a better shot for sure. When it should be a very difficult swing. And I am no pro. I'm a straight up amateur at this. But that one, uh, it is what it is. Is that cheating? Probably. But is it something that is which I'll get to in a little bit, is that as worse as what I'll share after the Malosi stuff. So the Malosi stuff, there was, thought that he's been using slope this entire time. Now, I'm not gonna say I'm a professional in any of this slope stuff, but how much of it does it really impact the game? You know what I'm saying? I know it's 3 yard differences, 10 yard or 5 yard differences, whatever the case may be. But I think for someone like the level that, say, the Malosis and Pages and Beefs and damn, I don't. What's his Alexis? I forgot his name. I forgot his name. But maybe Brad, it will definitely benefit him knowing the slope. But the others, I'm not sure if that fine detail improves their game that much. But regardless, right? I would have, and let me get my words together. I think with the whole Malosi thing, I could see why he looks skeptical. I've seen some other videos where they said I have the same rangefinder, and you would have had to click it, and you would have heard a sound. There was never a click, there was never a sound, and this and that. And people are saying that he probably just grabbed this rangefinder to see if it was on slope, because maybe he was on slope. Who knows? We'll never know, right? Because there's no irrefutable evidence. But even his teammates were kind of assuming that he may have been cheating. regardless, at the end of the day, I think all these allegations become nullified for one simple reason and one simple reason, and that is Dave Portnoy. I'm hoping I'm saying his name right. Um, I don't watch Barstool much. Don't know Dave much as far as what he does. I know he reviews pizzas, and they're pretty funny as hell. But that entire final round, he was obviously making the situation worse for Paige's team by messing with Frankie the entire time. I think if, and then also another situation that they could have improved this as far as the rangefinder is concerned, why not issue everyone a same type of rangefinder that doesn't have a slope on it, right? Eliminate the possibilities for people to use their own equipment and make the playing field the same. Like if it's something that's that serious, they should have just given out a generic rangefinder and been like, here you go. This doesn't have slope. Everybody uses the same one. Put everyone on the same playing field. That's number one mistake there from the organization of all of this. The other thing, I don't think Dave should be messing with Frankie on the whole 18, calling him butter knives. Like all of this, like there's so much pressure, and you could feel all of that pressure into that final episode. And whenever the guy that's hosting the show is throwing shade at you or trying to throw you off your game, I think that is to the benefit of Brad Dawkey's team. By the way, Brad has played lights out. But I just feel like even though, if they were cheating or not cheating, I don't know. But when you got someone as big as Dave, the guy that's hosting this entire event, messing with one of the golfers, I think that is also not cheating for Brad, but that is impacting their ability to lock the fuck in, right? And people will say, "Oh, let him be," right? Well, then if you're okay with letting Dave go after Frankie this entire time, then you might as well be okay with letting Team Paige cheat the entire time, right? You just can't have your cake and eat it too, either which way. So I think there's a few things that they can improve upon this Internet Invitational. Obviously, they can make sure the rules are a lot clearer because I think that I think in the first episode with the whole Luke Kwan, obviously the penalty was way too severe. They should have had some grace. They should have had some wiggle room. This is a internet invitation. This ain't the PGA. This ain't any other, official golfing organization. Like they should have just found a way to like, all right, let's make this fun. Let's not try to ruin it. But with Dave messing with Frankie on hole 18, I mean, I just think part of that impacts those shots. It does, man. And so I'm not saying cheating is cool. Obviously, it's not. Obviously, that's in this kind of situation, you shouldn't be doing that. But I think we need to also point at some other situations where, hell, they were being impacted by Dave the entire time. Lastly, another perspective I got on this is I was reacting to I was looking at a lot of the comments about Malosi. I think Malosi's very likable. I think he's a pretty cool dude. Paige, I honestly do think she rubbed a lot of people the wrong way in that final episode. And unfortunately, with the immediately crying, that's just a tough look, man, because the perception is that you are guilty because you are crying, right? Or you're crying that you got caught, or you're crying that because of your perception potentially being damaged, right? So there's a lot of things to that. But the Malosi part, the amount of comments that he's been getting, it's just been insane, dog. I don't know why. Because I was rooting for the good guys, like right, Bubby, Garrett, Brad, and all that. So watching the good guys kind of interact, they were the way they were leading up to this. It was a lot of fun. But with Malosi here at the end, I think there was a YouTuber suggestion that he could probably get kicked off of good for potentially using slope on a freaking rangefinder. Are you kidding me, dog? Are you kidding me? Like people have to relax and understand that this internet invitational was supposed to be fun. And regardless of what happens there, unless it's something that's offensive, egregious, or downright irreprehensible, right? I understand the game of golf is like a gentleman's game. You're supposed to not cheat. You're supposed to play the game the right way, the fair way. Fully understand that. But for people to suggest that he could get kicked off of good, are you fucking kidding me, y'all? Are you fucking kidding me? Anyway, man, did they cheat? Shit. I honestly think the lie stuff, improving a lie, definitely cheating. Did they know about if that was a cheat or not? Shit, I don't know, but pretty much Paige was probably just gassing it up. The Malosi stuff, can't prove it, but he was suspicious the entire time. Was he cheating? Was he not? I don't know if that even improved much about their game because Malosi was the most. I would say Malosi was the most dependable even after that moment because Paige was rattled with the whole cheating, with the whole lie stuff. She was still hitting some shots, but she was not her joyful self. Frankie was getting messed with Dave the entire time, by Dave the entire time. And Malosi seemed like the only one that was like, hey, we're gonna have a good time, right? So honestly, did they cheat? Probably, but also were they being impacted by this freaking whole Dave Portnoy the whole time? Yes, as well. There's two wrongs and there's two rights, but also I think they could take a lot of what they picked out of this and improve it for the next time they do it, man. But I don't know, man. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know if I should even do the golf content. If not, like I say, TGK, shut your ass up. Don't you ever swing a golf club and record it or whatever the case may be, man. Anyway, sound off in the comments below. Just wanted to share my thoughts on this, man. And I don't know, just trying to do other stuff, man. Talk about other stuff that interests me. Anyways, been your boy TGK. I'm going to catch you on the next one. We out.